Hey, what is up, guys, and welcome back to the FCS Football channel, and welcome back to a winning Manchester United. Manchester United have beaten Southampton by 1-0. Now, look, it's a big result. Were we at our best? And look, the thing with Manchester United is we are so inconsistent. We've known that, and we know that. And as such, it's hard to look at this game as a positive. Yes, we've won the game, but we know that this performance wasn't good enough. We won the game, and that's, at the end of the day, winning a game of football will always be the most important thing in football. Is it lagging? Right, let me try and sort that. Right, so there. Hopefully that sorts it. If it doesn't, I don't know what to do. But look, yeah, so coming into this game, we knew that we obviously got a great result against Liverpool, and we knew coming into this game we needed to kind of match that sort of performance. Did we do that today? No. The issues are still there. We are the same team that we were 2-3 years ago, where we can play great against the big teams. We get a result against the big teams and the difficult teams to play against. But we will always come back to reality when we play the likes of Southampton today, in a game which we accept Southampton aren't an easy team, but as a team, Manchester United, if we have aspirations to be, well, anywhere this season, you have to beat them. And again, we struggle to do so. Look, Bruno Fernandes took his goal really well, but what else? Like, we had chances, but we didn't take them. And realistically, on another day, we lose this game or we draw. That's not good enough for Manchester United, where we want to be. And it's about standards. It's about setting a standard for this team. And the standard that we've set, or is currently set, is just not high enough. Too many players get off with average performances. Today is no different to that. Just not enough quality at times in this Manchester United team. I look at the likes of Alanga, Rashford, McTominay. Today, weren't good enough. I think Bruno weren't great. Obviously got his goal in the end. I was massively surprised Jadon Sancho came off, because I thought he played quite well. But they're just not good enough, a lot of these players. The standard needs to be where we were at Liverpool. Not down here. Because this is the same team we saw last season that let us down. Now, we are starting to see some improvement. Obviously, you look at the spine of that team. A few of them are the same. But Lissandro and Varane as a centre-back partnership, that's different. That's new. We didn't really see much of Varane last year. He is arguably like a new player. Lissandro Martinez at centre-back, fantastic. Obviously new. McTominay, not good enough really still. Defensively, again, in the second half, he was okay. Not good enough still. Eriksen alongside McTominay, I thought he was fairly good today. Not at his best, but he was okay. Rashford just isn't a striker, is he? We need Martial back, and as soon as possible, really. But I think you look at the Southampton game, and this Southampton game, you do just have to look at, if we played a better team today, what would the score have been? And I fear what the score would have been if we played against a better team today. Because they were the better team, weren't they, today? Southampton were better than us. And that's not something we should be kind of happy to kind of speak about. Southampton were better than us for a large majority of that game. And what's most disappointing is, like I keep saying about standards, it's that slip from where we played against Liverpool to what we did today. And it's the fact we see this constantly from this group of players. I think Casemiro needs to start next game. I thought when he came on, he brought a calming presence. And I didn't, as soon as he came on, I know it was late, but I didn't think we was going to concede when he came on. He had that effect on me, and I think he must have that effect on the players around him as well. Casemiro's got to start for me. Look, we still have problems. De Gea claiming crosses or high balls into the box does cause issues. But again, I think we got away with one today again. We need to start seeing more from David De Gea. Seeing what he's all about. Seeing what apparently Ten Hag sees at training. Because at the moment, I'm not quite seeing it. I'm not quite seeing it. Diego Dalot today, he was alright. I mean, should we just go into the player ratings? I don't want to keep you guys because we've got the 3 o'clock games coming up today. Well, in about 20 minutes. So I don't want to keep you guys because I know you guys will want to go watch them, and I'm interested in watching those as well. So we'll just get into it. So David De Gea got his clean sheet. I thought he was alright, not great. He got his clean sheet, so I'll give him a 7. Dalot today, I'm going to watch F1. Oh, I forgot F1 qualifying was on. Yeah, I want to watch that as well. Is that on now? What time does that start? All right, in a bit, mate. Quali is 3 o'clock. It's not quite yet. No, at 3. All right, fairs. I'll also be watching that then. So everything is between each other. Lovely. Lovely stuff. Dalot, he gets an 8 for me. Got great assist. I thought he dealt with Adam Armstrong fairly well. Nothing really was too dangerous down that right-hand side from what I can remember. I thought he had a good game. Got the assist. Big part of the win. Got his clean sheet as well. He gets an 8. Both centre-backs, I think Varane and Lisandro Martinez both played well. I'll give a 7 and a 7.5. Both above average. Lisandro Martinez just pushed better than Varane for me. But both of them was very, very good. Deserves their 7s. Malacia today, I'm giving a 6. That's a dodgy 6. I don't think it was Malacia's best game in a Manchester United shirt. He weren't bad. He weren't bad, and that's why he gets an average 6. I just know what we've seen of Malacia since he's joined the club, he's better than what he showed today. And that's why he gets a 6. He wasn't bad. He was average. And I think, look, we won the game 1-0. And like we've said, Southampton quite easily could have won the game as well. There aren't going to be loads of 7s and 8s. He gets a 6. Scott McTominay in the midfield. I don't think he was great. He gets a slightly below average 5. And Eriksen can have a 6. Look, McTominay first half weren't great. I think second half he did improve, did get better. But is he good enough to start for Manchester United? I would say no. Unfortunately, he's not. I think Casemiro comes in. He brings a more calming presence. And look, like we said in the watch along, free booking from 4 games is not, pardon me, is not good. Especially when you look at the games. If the games we played were Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, then I'd understand it. But we've played Brentford, we've played Brighton, and we've played Southampton today. And he's got bookings in those games. That's not good enough. That to me says you're losing control. That means you can't control a midfield. You're losing your marker too often. So your touch is dodgy. You're making bad passes. So you're having to take people out to avoid a counter-attack. You look at Casemiro, he won't get that many yellow cards. Because he will help control the game. And he's a better tackler. He knows he doesn't have to just slide into a tackle. He knows how to jockey, how to kind of force a mistake. McTominay can't do that. And that's why McTominay does get booked a lot. Because he's not at the required standard, unfortunately. Christian Eriksen gets a 6. I thought he did quite well. He played a few really dangerous balls into the box. I remember that one into the back post off from the left-hand side. unreal ball. His delivery into the box is absolutely fantastic, Christian Eriksen. And you continue with that alongside of Casemiro, this Manchester United team will just look better and better. I was impressed with Eriksen today. Not really impressed. He gets an average 6. That's not a bad score as well. You have to remember, a 6 is average. 5 is below average. They're not bad scores. 4s and 3s, 2s and 1s are bad. 5 isn't bad. 5 is just slightly below average, which isn't terrible. Jadon Sancho today. I thought Sancho was really good. I'm giving Sancho a 7. I don't know why he came off. I was really happy with Jadon Sancho today. I thought he struggled because simply the players around him aren't good enough. I think too often he was left isolated and having to try beat 3 or 4 players at once rather than just having that simple pass to his other front men. And I think that's something that is so important with Anthony Martial. Martial will drop in and kind of give that support to the likes of Jadon Sancho. We come over to this screen. As you see, I'm very small in the corner now. If I change Ronaldo into Martial, and we put Sancho out on the left, well, what we'll do that. We'll just put Sancho on the right. When Sancho gets the ball here, he wants players. And today, what you ended up happening is he gets the ball, and this space between Martial and Sancho would be full of Southampton defenders, because Marcus Rashford wouldn't be offering himself, and Alanga would obviously be on the far side. So you got all these Southampton players which he's trying to have to take on. He's obviously on the flank. What's the word? On the touchline, essentially. Waiting. Well, trying to get the ball and trying to take people on. And then he's stuck 3 or 4v1. And I think largely he dealt with that quite well. And I think with Martial, sorry, that's the point why I went over there. Martial is a player that will drop in and just be an option to play those 1-2s with. And that's why, obviously, he was so good against Liverpool when he came on, Martial, because he did that. And I think Manchester United were missing that today. And that's why I think Sancho wasn't as good as he could be. But with all that being said, I still think he was great. Bruno Fernandes gets he's going to get a 7. I thought he was a 6 throughout the game, really. But he got the goal that won us the game eventually. And because of that, he gets a 7. Elanga gets a 5. I don't know how Elanga stayed on for so long. I don't think he was great. He worked, but he was below average. He was a McTominay performance. Not good enough realistically, but he did a job. He gets a 5. Nothing special, nothing awful. And I think Marcus Rashford gets the same. Look, Marcus Rashford, at the end of the day, he is not a striker. And the more we try and play him at striker, the more obvious that becomes. In games like the Liverpool one, you can get away with him as a striker because realistically, he's not having to kind of link up play. He's waiting for that ball over the top for him to run. Against Liverpool, when he can do that, he looks fine as a striker. In games like this, he proves he can't play as it. He cannot play as that focal point number 9. That's Marcus Rashford, though. We knew that. We've always known that about Marcus Rashford. And if you're trying to make Marcus Rashford be something else, you're always going to see performances like this from him today, where he weren't great. He was better when he moved out to the flank, but at that point, we were kind of trying to hold on to the game rather than going for it a little bit more. He gets a 5. It's not a bad player rating, but it's not great. 5. On the bench, Casemiro came on. I thought he did quite well, but didn't play really long enough to get anything other than a 6. We'll change that to a black pen. 6 for Casemiro. Fred, again, gets a 6. And I think Ronaldo actually gets a 5. For Ronaldo. I didn't think Ronaldo played brilliantly when he came on. I think he disappointed me, really. At the end there, he runs through on goal alongside Bruno Fernandes. Messes up the pass. Realistically, I don't think Ronaldo... I don't know if Ronaldo's heart is still here. Obviously, the reports are he wants to leave. If he wants to leave, go. I don't think he offered it Manchester United anything really in this game. 5. And lastly, we've got Erik ten Hag. He gets a 7. Won the game. We didn't play great. Not that he didn't make the subs I would have made. And I think the subs actually at times made the game harder, like taking off Sancho. I thought that was actually to the deficit of our team, not to the benefit. But we won the game. So you're always going to get a higher 6. We got a clean sheet. While I don't think he was great today, I think some of the changes, like I say, actually worked against us. We got the win. And when you win a game, and Southampton didn't really create loads of great opportunities, you can only mark him above average. 7. And to round this kind of up, the man of the match today will be Diogo Dalot. Got the assist. He gets the 8. I thought he was our best player today. In a series of average performances, I think Dalot was the bright spark in that. And I think generally he played quite well. And deserves man of the match in my opinion. Lisandro Martinez on a 7.5 is a close second. But yeah. But look, that is going to be it from me today. If you have enjoyed, please do hit that like button below. Subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. That would be greatly appreciated and help to make that that number in the top corner go up and up and up. And help grow this fantastic community. So yeah, thank you for watching. Do enjoy the F1 if you're going to go watch that. If you're going to watch the 3 PM kickoffs, enjoy that as well. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one in a bit. Peace.